of programming. Now that we know how to use variables and operators, it's time to make our program smart. That's where control structures come in. My name is Jagriti Srivastav. Welcome to Fundamentals of Programming. Now we have conditional statement. What is conditional statement? So main thing is that control structures helps us to make decisions and repeat tasks based on different kinds of conditions, like if we have to go somewhere, if the voting age of the man is this, if the driving age of man is this. So when we have certain conditions and statement, then we follow conditional statements. For example, let's think of a traffic signal system. If the signal is red, then stop. If the signal is green, then go. If the signal is yellow, then slow down. Then there are three different conditions: red, green, and yellow. And the person and the car or the all the vehicles should follow that rule. So that is the conditional statements. It is based on all the conditions. So it is used to execute code based on conditions, and the code that we use in conditional statement are if if, like that. So if is a statement which will execute if condition is true. If else is another statement which executes one block if it is true, another if it is false. And in case of Python, we use elif for multiple condition. In case of C and Java, we can use switch case or multi-way branch using cases. So but main thing is that Python doesn't have any kind of switch cases. So in case if you are using Python, you have to use if elif, like that. In case of C and Java, you can use switch case red, stop, switch case green, go, switch case yellow, slow down, like that. And next is that how we can control our systems with the with following same patterns as same patterns as looping, same patterns as um, for loop, while loop, and like that. So in case of loop is a process which allows us to repeat a task without rewriting the same code. So there are main types of loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. For loop, we use for loop especially when we know how many times to repeat. Maybe we have to repeat 5 times, maybe we have to repeat 10 times, then we in this case we use for loop. And we can check like for I in range 5, then our code works in that way. While loop, it is used especially when we don't know how many times we have to use. Maybe it repeats only when the condition is true. Okay, so let's say we have to take umbrella until the rain is raining. And next is do while loop. It executes once before checking the condition, at least once. So not, but it is not available in Python. Let's provide a good example. Suppose we are in an elevator system, and a loop a for loop will simulate from going floor 1 to 10. So whenever we have to go from floor 1 to 10, then we can use for loop. And while loop executes, suppose when a person keeps running until someone presses the button. So this is the process of loops, and this loop will help us automate repetitive tasks like printing list, calculating totals, running timers. We can use loops. Next is nested loop. Suppose we might need loop inside another loop, so that is called nested loop, a loop inside another loop. Let's take an example of a multiplication table. The outer loop will be numbers from 1 to 10, and the inner loop will be numbers multiplying from 1 to 10. Or Maybe in school grading system, one loop should go through each student, and second loop should go to calculate marks of each subject. So this can be used in matrix operation, patterns printing, and in case of Python, um, we can use for I in range 3, for j in range 2, like that. Next we have break, continue, and pass. There are multiple conditions when we need to stop the loop in the same with some conditions. Sometimes we have to break the loop and again go, sometimes we have to pass. So these are three different statements, like break, continue, and pass. So these all help us to control loop more precisely. Break, it exits the loop immediately. When break is applied, it will break the loop and just stops. Continue is something like it skips the current iteration and again moves to the next. Pass is do nothing, just a placeholder, that's all. Suppose in a we use Spotify, and we if a song is restricted, when we skip it. If a song is corrupt, we stop playing it. If a song is unavailable but it is added later. So this is the process of break, continue, and pass in case of Spotify. So let's recap totally. We can use if, else if, or elif to make decisions. We can use loop to repeat actions efficiently. We can combine loops with conditional for smart automation. We can use break, continue, and pass to handle exceptions and special cases. So let's take an example of ATM machine. If the pin is correct, continue. If the pin is wrong, retry. If wrong 3 times, break and block the card. Loop continues until the user closes to exit. So this day you have learned how to make our programs respond intelligently, just like real world. Thank you very much, and let's move on to the next day for project.